We spend so much energy hiding our flaws, like nobody's noticed the typo in our personality. Spoiler, they already have. And it never mattered as much as you think. There once was a water bearer who carried two large pots on either end of a wooden pole across his shoulders, walking the same path to the stream every single day. One pot was perfect, not a single crack, never lost a drop of water on the journey home. The other pot had a long crack running down its side, and by the time the water bearer reached his house each evening, it had leaked out half its water. For 2 full years, this happened every single day without exception. The perfect pot delivered a full load every time and quietly grew proud of its flawless performance. The cracked pot, on the other hand, was eaten up with shame. It could only ever deliver half of what it was supposed to, no matter how hard it tried not to leak. One evening by the stream, the cracked pot finally spoke up. "I'm sorry," it said quietly. "I've wasted your effort for 2 years. I can only ever give you half of what I should." The water bearer smiled gently. Have you ever noticed the flowers growing along the path, on your side of the road? The cracked pot hadn't ever really looked. It had spent so long staring at its own crack. "For 2 years," the water bearer said, "I've watered those flowers with the water that leaks from you, without even trying. I've picked them from my table every week. I've given them to my neighbors when they visit. None of that beauty would exist if you weren't exactly the way you are." The cracked pot said nothing for a long moment. It had spent 2 years apologizing for the very thing that had quietly been creating something beautiful the entire time. Think about how often you've done the same thing, quietly assuming the parts of you that don't perform perfectly are the parts you need to apologize for. The thing you call your weakness. The thing you hide in interviews, in relationships, in every version of yourself you show the world. We spend years trying to patch the crack, hide the flaw, perform like the perfect pot, terrified that the broken part of us is the part nobody wants. But the broken part is so often exactly where something good has been quietly growing, completely unnoticed the whole time. You don't need to be the perfect pot to matter. Some of the most meaningful things in your life right now exist only because of the very crack you've spent years trying to hide. If this story changed how you see something you've been ashamed of, that's exactly why this channel exists. Subscribe to Guiding Light, and let's keep learning these life lessons together, one story at a time. And tell me in the comments, what's a crack in you that might secretly be growing something beautiful?